Now remember before, we're going down to Florida, remember before we talked about a safety cushion between you and the vehicle in front of you. Now we're in a construction zone, as you can see, so this is a fine place to get a chip in the windshield from stones that have been cut up in the construction. But let's talk to that car just pulled in front of us. But let's establish a safety buffer between us and the car. So you're watching that car way off in the distance. Hope you can see it. I'm going to find something he's passing, like that sign right there. I count 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. Now we just passed the sign, so I'm 7 seconds behind that car. Looks like an awful lot. If you're doing long hauls with expensive, risky business materials, 7 seconds is not a lot of time. It's enough time to stop if you have to, but it's not too much time to stop if there's an accident or there's somebody who comes from the other lane, crosses over and is heading towards you. 7 seconds ain't nothing. And I've had that happen. I've had a tractor trailer, a car tuck up underneath the drivers and come across the median, which was just grass, come up and cross right, both the car and the truck piled into each other, cross across me on all 3 lanes on my side and missed me by hairs. And I had both feet on the brakes and I was downshifting like a mad dog, and still with a 10-second buffer, it was within inches of slamming into me head on. So let's do this van real quick. The camper, passing that sign, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8, 7.5 seconds behind him. But of course this idiot car is pulled into your safety zone, so now you have to slow down a little bit for him. But you don't want stones off of either one of their tires. So that's your safety zone. Now, let's talk real quickly about, again, we talked about this before, but mostly on trucks. On RVs especially, you're going to want to stop no shorter than 10 miles before delivery and take 10 minutes and walk around this vehicle and look at every square inch of it, inside and out. Because like the shower doors, I've had them fall off on me. The bed, the molding on the bed fell out and you look right through into the ground. All kinds of weird things can happen that you don't notice, but they're going to write it down on a piece of paper as driver damage, and then Bark P, the safety Nazi ninja, is going to take that $1,000 out of your pocket, out of your escrow account, to cover that damage. Because they're not going to. That $1,000 is a deductible from an insurance claim, but realistically, for them, I think it's just a joyful target to see how many of those they can collect up in one career. So, also, when you get to this delivery, I don't care if you had to drag this vehicle or even push it halfway from wherever you brought it from, or whether it ran like a piece of crud all the way down from Oregon or whatever. When you get there, that is the nicest vehicle you've ever driven. You loved it. It drove good, no problems, runs fine, whatever. But say as little as possible, but if you have to, make it like it's God's gift to RVs. Do not tell them anything is wrong with it. Do not point them in any direction. When you walk around this vehicle, do not excessively clean anything. Like, don't polish it up, because it'll just draw attention to that spot, and he'll look at it with a magnifying glass, because he know, you polish that for a reason. So do as little bit of cleanup as you possibly can, because that's another thing they're going to be looking for. I hope I'm not talking too much here. If I am, just turn me off. Now, you want to plan your entry to delivery normally early in the morning. This particular place is so big, and I can't mention the name, but it sounds like Crazy Maze in Florida, just west of Tampa, Florida. One of the biggest places I've ever seen as far as they do everything, all the way from selling, repairing, you can camp there, whatever you want to do. And they take in, I have heard other drivers tell me, up to 60 units a day, new and used. So you don't want to plan on getting there at 8 o'clock in the morning when they open. I've already made that mistake a couple of times. You want to get in and out of this place, get there at 11 o'clock at night, park the vehicle in their acceptance alleys, I'll show you that later, and then just take a nap and sit on it, because if you get there at 8 o'clock, there could be 50 units in front of you, and you're not going to get in that day. You will sit 24 hours and wait for the next day to start accepting units, and if you're foolish enough to pull the unit out and pull it back in the morning, you can wait for another day, because they just don't care. And if you ever have the insatiable urge to be treated like a third-class citizen, this is the place to try to turn an RV in. I'm getting into pretty heavy traffic, so I'm really going to let you go here, and I'll get back to you when we get to the campground.